Here's how I custom painted my denim jacket. What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. My name's Brandon and this is Omad Art. So I have this denim jacket, right? I couldn't think of what to paint on it for the longest. Minutes turned to hours, hours turned to days, days turned to weeks. I still couldn't think of anything. Then it finally hit me. Why not create an epic piece inspired by my favorite art YouTubers? The artists being Kipto, Jazza, Slew, and 1000. With my idea in mind, I now began my sketch. I took inspiration from the dragons in Kipto's work, the sexy apocalypse ghost from Jazza, Slew's Cyclops, and the shaman from one of my favorite 1000 murals. And here's what I came up with. 1000 and Kipto generally have these wave patterns in their art, so that's what these red lines symbolize. I took 1000's Diglett characters and his Watcher character. I thought these could be like entities, and I thought that the dragon and the apocalypse lady could be like gods that this shaman serves, and I wanted to give him more of this, shaman-y feel. So I took inspiration from the Maori people, and I thought, I gave him these face tattoos called tamoko. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking at the time. Now we can finally start the jacket. I generally sketch directly onto the jacket with paint. I used to use a ballpoint pen, but I found that harder to cover up with paint. I also put my channel name Omad in the brain. I used Angelus leather paint for this project. Here's what I have so far. I pre-mixed the paint with this fabric medium known as GAC 900. It thins out the paint so that it soaks into the fabric. My jacket's really slurping up the paint. For the Cyclops' clothing, I took inspiration from older Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and from Aang's outfit at the end of the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. When working on the piece, I came up with a story for the characters. There's a planet of Cyclops far, far away into the galaxy. These Cyclops are overseen by the deities behind the Cyclops, the dragon and the woman. The dragon is the god of order, Gra, the other being the goddess of fertility and chaos, Fidi. The Cyclops were cavemen like barbarians, just making simple grunts and fighting. After eons of watching them, Gra and Fidi decided that it was time to speed up their evolution. The gods sent their messenger Retep with the sacred ice cream to one of the Cyclopses. When Retep approached this random Cyclops, he initially tried to attack him, but physical attacks don't affect spiritual entities. Retep left the ice cream on the ground and vanished. Wondering what the ice cream was, he decided to eat it. This in turn gave him supernatural strength, power, and wisdom. Gra and Fidi ended up approaching him and let him know what his job was to do. They had made some more of the sacred ice cream and gave him some to hand out to all the other Cyclops to give them some level of intelligence. He went on to make a priestly class, a warrior class, and the plebs who served them. The first Cyclops to eat the sacred ice cream then took a name. His name was Omad. A woman was chosen from the priestly class to be his wife, and they went on to rule. This is just something I happened to be thinking about at the time. These have nothing to do with the original artists, I just added them because they're cool. This was a really fun project to work on. I really look up to those artists and I'm glad I could make something cool with their ideas. This project has had its rough points too. You haven't seen me work on Fidi as much. I couldn't capture her femininity or beauty all that much. I really struggled with getting her face to look right. I remember at the time being done with the project feeling like her face was alright, but you can decide for yourself when you see the final result. And here's the final result.